I'm Jim Cramer, and welcome to my world.
You need to get in the game!
Firms are going to go out of business, and he's nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
I always like to say there's a bull market somewhere, and I promise
Mad money. You can't afford to miss it.
Good evening, I'm Jim Cramer, and this is Mad Money at London Business School. Booyah! If you want to make friends, wrong channel. I'm just trying to help you make money. Today, we're talking about an investment firestorm. We're talking about First Solar, a mid-cap growth stock that is the bomb. First Solar develops, engineers, builds, and operates the world's largest solar power plants. Now, you're going to tell me that First Solar is a stock that went from $300 to $20. I can already hear the bears. You're right. First Solar used to be in the solar panel manufacturing business. Well, the Chinese came in and flooded the market like Genghis Khan, and the governments in Europe cut all the subsidies. That destroyed that market. But First Solar isn't in that market anymore. It's moved on to managing power plants. This is a resurrection story. This is an agile company. This is the kind of company that can bend over backwards like a pretzel, and that's why this is the kind of company you want to own. Here in the studio with us, we have the CEO of First Solar, James Hughes. James, tell us about the company and its transformation.
Thanks, James. Yes, we basically went from a business that was 90% manufacturing of solar modules and 10% power systems back in 2009 to the exact opposite. So now more than 90% of our revenues come from the development and operation of large solar power plants. We are now bullish on non-subsidized markets such as US, Chile, and the Middle East.
So how did you do it?
But basically we follow the money. So we at the board looked at where the money was going in the solar market, and it was clear that it was in managing system, not selling panels. So we decided to move downstream in the value chain. That was basically our strategic 5-year plan.
Well, James, it's easy to have a plan, but how do you make sure you have the right people and the resources to execute?
So to do this, we had to get the right leadership team on board. My predecessor was a manufacturing guy, so he could not really turn the ship around. So that's why the board hired me, because I had experience in systems and power project operation, and I'm a commercial guy. So that resource-wise, we built on 2 key resources. The first one, our relationships. We had relationships with local utilities around the world, so we leveraged those. Secondly, we build and operate quality assets, and that is why long-term investors want them.
Great. What did you do operationally?
Basically, we decided to reshuffle our portfolio, so we closed manufacturing plants and bought companies with good projects and local relationships in the markets where we wanted to be.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We won't hear it only from the CEO. Let's dig a bit deeper and hear it from someone who actually manages change. An employee and an engineer who is in one of First Solar's power plants, Derek Brown.
There has been lots of changes in the past few years. Lots of my colleagues were laid off, and many didn't have the skills needed for a service company. However, those of us who stayed saw the great opportunity. The market is growing fast, and we need to be flexible and entrepreneurial. That's the only way to win this game. Listen, this is a great place to work. It's hard work, but there is lots of training and lots of professional development opportunities. Plus, it's great for the environment.
Thank you so much, Derek. This is a great story. The more I hear it, the more I like it. We actually have one more guest on the line. This guest has actually bought a power plant that's installed and managed by First Solar. He's perhaps the greatest American investor of all time, Warren Buffett. Warren, tell us, what are the lessons for other companies? What can they learn from First Solar?
Hi Jim, look, I like First Solar because these guys saw where the market was going and they followed the money. So they had the guts actually to cut their losses. They knew they couldn't compete on cost against the Chinese, so they focused on the higher margin business in the solar market. And actually they turned the ship very, very quickly. So what other companies can learn? Be brave and flexible, and of course, follow the winners. For First Solar, what can I say? If you don't buy it now, it's like saving sex for retirement.
Well, don't worry, Warren. We don't intend on doing that. You heard it from yours truly, you heard it from Warren Buffett, you heard it from the CEO. This stock is a screaming buy. That's it for me. Have a good day.